video, but I'm here and I have a book review for you guys. So the book I'm going to review today is The Prayer Box by Lisa Wingate. So this is a pretty interesting book. It has some historical feel to it, even though it's just a regular fiction novel, but it has a lot of history embedded in it, and it's a pretty good one. The book started out a little bit slow for me, maybe because of the last book I read. It was very adventurous, it was, you know, full of adrenaline, and then coming to this one, it's very slow, and I'm like, but I had to complete it because, you know, whatever you start, you have to finish it, right? So it had a slow beginning, lots of description, very detailed, and I'm like, just get to the point, you know, when is the action happening? That's what I want. But somehow, somewhere at the middle of the book, it started getting interesting, and it was interesting to the end. Just the beginning was a little bit So the book is about a young lady called Tandy. She's kind of running away from her past life. She had a terrible past, and she was ready to start all over. You know, she took her kids, ran away to somewhere, North Carolina. That was the setting of this book. Yeah. So Tandy takes her two children. She had a boy and a girl. She takes them to the island, tries to start over with not much in her hand, money-wise, like financially, but, you know, she's determined to do what she can, you know, to pick her life back up and, you know, start on a clean slate. When Tandy gets to this island, she takes residence in the house in a rental cottage of an old lady, a sweet old lady called Ayala and Paul. She takes residence in this old lady's cottage, and she tries to, you know, start from there to get her life back, because you have to start from somewhere. You know, if you're trying to get your life back in order, the first step is important. Tandy stays here, but not too long after that, tragedy struck. Our sweet old Ayala and Paul dies in her sleep. Now Tandy is devastated, and she's scared that she's gonna be thrown out of the cottage. But, you know, the old lady, I keep calling her old lady, Ayala and lived a very quiet life, so people didn't really know what to expect in her house. And so they told Tandy, you know what, you're living in the cottage, why don't you help us clean the house, you know, keep what's valuable and what's not valuable, and then we'll go from there. It was a very big house, so Tandy gets to work. She starts cleaning up the house, and what did she find? She found a whole lot of boxes in Ayala's house. A lot of them. I think it was about 86, if not more. You have to read the book to find out. And what's inside these boxes? Tandy finds treasure in the sense that it's treasure for the mind, body, and soul. These boxes are filled with letters that Ayala wrote since when she was a little girl. You know, I loved those letters. Oh my goodness. That's where, oh, by the way, that's where it started getting interesting for me. When I said it wasn't interesting at the beginning, but at some point it got interesting. When she found those letters, that's when I had the, you know, aha moment. So these letters are so emotional, so sweet, especially the ones when she was a little girl. Oh my God, imagine a little girl writing letters. You know, the English is not so perfect, but you get what she's trying to say. So sweet. So Tandy goes through all these letters, and then the funny thing, the mysterious thing in the letter is that Ayla is addressing the letter to her father. And Tandy thinks, oh, maybe it's her biological father she's writing to. Oh, sweet girl, writing letters to her father. But for some reason, because I used to keep journals when I was younger, I knew that she's writing those letters to God. Those were letters to God. The author detailed out like things that Ayla went through every year, the changes. So as you're reading the letters, you're growing with her, literally. You're seeing what she experienced, what she said, what she thought at that time. And you love those letters. I love it. That's why I dug out my boxes. I got these boxes for my kids, but somewhere along the line, all my jewelries and every other little thing found their way into them. So I'll discard them and start writing letters, write letters, put in here for them. Then at a certain age, I'll show it to them, God willing. I also loved the words of wisdom in the letters. As Ayla grew up, she grew in wisdom too. That's why when we say happy birthday to people, we pray that as they are growing in age, they'll grow in wisdom. The letters were filled with prayers, with faith, with hope, with so much words of wisdom. I loved how the author detailed out those letters, the words that she wrote. Oh my goodness, the letters were pretty good. I loved all the characters. There was no character that acted too aggressively or did things in excess. Everyone was pretty balanced. We had a lot of nice characters, Tandy being my favorite. Tandy and Ayla are my favorite characters. I love those two. There were some other nice people, and then there were the annoying ones, but in everything there has to be a balance. The good ones and the bad ones makes a good novel. What did I learn from this book? There are so many life lessons, so many lessons on faith, so many lessons on hope. One of the life lessons I learned: don't judge people from the outside. Don't judge people based on the outward appearance, the way they act when they're outside, the things they do, the things they don't do. Or some people think you're too quiet, you're this and that, and they judge you based on that. So don't judge people based on their outward appearance, their outward character, because you never know how they really are inside, and you might be missing out on a lot. Get to know people, get to know them from within, and see what they're really like. Some of them are pretty amazing people, so you don't want to miss out on the great things about people. Share experiences with them. Another life lesson is when you fall, get back up. That's what I learned from Tandy. She was a strong, independent woman, independent character. Though she went through a whole lot in her past, in relationship, whatever, but she got back up. She realized it's time to move on. It's time to get out of this pit. It's time to get out of this dark place I am in. And she did. She took the first step. A lot of people are scared of getting back on, of moving on. They're afraid of change. They don't know what's ahead, but better days, better things are ahead. Just take the first step and God will guide you. You're standing on the solid rock, which is Christ, and He will guide you. So get back up, keep moving, and you will succeed. Do I recommend this book for book club? Personally, the books I love for book clubs are things that you can interact with, things that will leave you questioning or thinking more about things that happen in the book or things that you can relate to in real life. This one was really descriptive. There was nothing to really discuss about. So I didn't know that when I chose this. In summary, if you're looking for a book filled with faith, hope, love, prayers, then the Prayer Box is a book for you. On that note, I would just let you guys know that we're not going to have any book review till January. Reason being that I have other projects that I'm going to share with you guys, so I want to focus on that so I can have time to share with you guys. I mean, I have a lot, so I don't want to overwhelm myself, one thing at a time. And that brings me to the end of this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon.